I love you.
That was Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra, a classic, which actually has a bit of meaning because Jason knew Frank Sinatra.
When I was a baby. I mean, actually, he paid for my birth.
He paid for your birth. Who did you give birth to?
When my mother gave birth.
Okay.
Okay, you want to hear the story?
Yeah, tell me all about it.
So, for those of you who know, I come from a film family in Hollywood, and my mother was, or still is, a hairstylist to motion pictures. And when she was pregnant with me, she happened to be working with the Rat Pack, and when she went into labor, she was sitting there in the delivery room, and the nurse came in and said, "We just want to let you know that Mr. Sinatra is paying for the birth tonight, and when you're ready to go back to Las Vegas, he wants you to come back as quickly as possible." So, if it wasn't for old Blue Eyes, I may not have been brought in this world. I don't know if my parents actually had any money back in those days, or insurance, or anything like that.
Exactly. I don't know. Those of you in Spain can't really relate because we have a great public healthcare system and they pay for everybody's births. But in the States, the bills get quite pricey.
Yeah. In the States, Frank Sinatra pays for your birth.
If you're lucky enough.
Actually, now Justin Bieber does. But
well, let's hope so.
Oh, God, let's hope not.
Well, another way this song is relevant is because we are actually over the moon about our company.
It's funny because right now that song always reminds me of the movie Wall Street, because it's the intro to Wall Street, back in the 80s. And,
classic.
And, it's one of those movies I remember back then, so many decades ago. How long is that movie? Like back in 80s, late 80s, something 80s, like that?
Peliculón.
Yeah, exactly. And it was one of those things that not many people, people knew about the stock market, but people weren't like they were when, with all these like day trading abilities and the internet and stuff like that. So not many people knew the energy of the stock market. And that really got a lot of people pumped up and oh, stock market. And people were I want to invest in stocks and things like that. So it's funny watching that movie. You get super motivated as we are today
with Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wait, no, is that another example of a movie that just pumps you up?
Yeah, but the difference is Wall Street, the movie with Charlie Sheen, it just looked like they were all on crack. In Wolf of Wall Street,
back then
they really were on crack.
Among other things.
30 years later, it's whoa, watch out.
I don't even want to think about it.
No, that movie's dangerous to watch. It's crazy.
It is.
It's maddening. Madness. Once again, madness.
Well, we are in the beginning of our crowdfunding campaign on CrowdCube, doing the first cross-border campaign in the history of CrowdCube. Yeah.
So, which is why we're talking about this all, because it's got that sense. We've gone live on CrowdCube, and the other day, we've been getting, you can invest
€100 here and there.
You can invest any amount,
which is amazing. We really encourage participation at any level. We love people to get involved in our brand.
Yeah, and if you don't know about CrowdCube is very different than something like Kickstarter or Indiegogo, where you give money and you get a T-shirt or you get whatever the product is, 6 months, a year from then, whenever they start making the product. But
right, this is actually an equity-based platform, so you're actually buying shares of the company.
So you're becoming a part of the company. You're becoming a shareholder in the company.
Our success is your success.
So all of a sudden you'll get these emails. Somebody will request a business plan. You want to send the business plan. Oh, there's some interest there. Okay, and it's like that. And then you'll get an email. Somebody put €10 or somebody put €100 in there. You're like, oh, that's cool. Everything. And the other day we got somebody that put €30,000 into Dribble Dots, and so now they're a major part of this company, more or less. I mean,
know.
That's pretty awesome that somebody believes in us to that level. So that came through, and you're just oh my gosh, this is so cool.
I know, it's the coolest feeling.
We've actually turned in living room into part of the stockroom floor. So when everything happens like that, we go running around really fast. So maybe we'll post that on YouTube one day.
And with that in mind, let's go ahead and listen to our next song, "For the Love of Money" by the OJs.
forever.